Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a great Sunday. This is your second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update. According to CNBC, two provisions under the CARES Act that extend jobless aid to more people, including self-employed and gig workers, and add 13 more weeks of payments are set to expire by December 26th. Lawmakers remain divided on how to extend a number of financial lifelines to Americans, and according to The Independent, Bernie Sanders threatens a government shutdown unless Congress passes a second stimulus check of $1,200. Senator Bernie Sanders has threatened to shut down the U.S. government next week and keep lawmakers in Washington through Christmas unless they submit to his demands for another round of $1,200 stimulus checks. Now, I personally believe that a second stimulus bill and $1,200 stimulus payments should be given out. The hardworking American people need help now. Congress has until December 18th to pass a stimulus bill. They've already passed a government spending bill, and they know for a fact that the unemployment benefits, including the CARES Act, will expire on December 26th. Congress must pass the stimulus. If you agree, then leave a comment down below saying, I agree. And before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. Let's get this video to 5,000 likes if you think that Congress should pass more stimulus relief.
Around in terms of all this in a lame duck session in a contested election with the Georgia Senate, the overall Senate up for grabs. It's always daunting. It's always daunting. And then you add in, you've got all these players. I don't even know who to listen to anymore. Mnuchin, Pelosi, the president, you, Mitch McConnell. I mean, I've never seen sausage made, but I hear it's pretty disgusting. It can't be as bad as this, I don't think.
No, but just listen to me, so I'll give you the right.
All right, give it to me straight.
Remember, we have done 4 COVID bills before, so I think I have a pretty good feeling when we can get one done and when we can't. Not to play any partisan politics, but even Nancy Pelosi finally admitted the reason why she held up the last piece of legislation was because of the election. She wanted to change the person in the office, that we had an election now. So what she's able to do, and she admitted in her press conference the other day, she's willing to move forward. The compromise that we put forth.
Now, according to The Independent, Sanders said it was not like him to use government funding deadlines as leverage to push certain policies. And he stood aside on Friday to allow negotiators another week to work out the details of an all-inclusive fiscal year 2021 package. The Independent goes on to say that the Vermont senator attacked Trump's plan as he pushed for another round of $1,200 per person in the next stimulus relief bill. Remember, folks, that the White House did offer a $916 billion pandemic stimulus package, their first proposal since breaking off negotiations with Speaker Pelosi in November. Sanders told MSNBC, the question now is whether Mitch McConnell is going to turn his back on the incredible suffering the American people, the working people are experiencing. This is an emergency. Congress has to respond aggressively for working families.
To go for a second round. We put in direct payments instead of adding above more money into the UI. It reaches more people and helps a greater distance. I really find that the compromise that would put forth is the bill we would get to. We just passed a continuing resolution, meaning funding government for another week. I think next week will be the week we get it done. It would have been late. I put up funding more than 40 times. Democrats have voted against it since the summer till today.
Do you know for sure whether the horse trading that you're doing with liability and the stimulus checks and everything and the state and local concessions is that been accepted by the other side?
No, the only person, no, Nancy Pelosi is still saying no. But remember what Nancy Pelosi has said for the last 4 months. Doing nothing is better than doing something. I think she is the only person in America who believes that. I have had numerous Democrats on the other side of the aisle who said, I'm willing to vote for it. Let's move forward. The country needs the assistance. We have the ability to do it.
The plan currently includes $160 billion for state and local governments, and temporarily liability shield for businesses, and funding for transportation, schools, and vaccines. The original $2.2 trillion stimulus package in March dished out a round of $1,200 stimulus checks, and an additional $600 per week in unemployment benefits throughout July. The White House's addition of $600 stimulus checks marks a turn in the debate, as it revised the notion that checks could conceivably be included in the next aid package. Previously, that prospect has dimmed considerably. Last week, a group of bipartisan senators put forward a $908 billion package, which did not include stimulus checks. A plan that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said could be a framework for a final deal. That was the first time Democratic leadership had publicly agreed, or suggested, that they'd be open to passing a package that included direct payments. Democratic leadership reaffirmed this week that they still prefer the next package to include direct payments, but whether or not it ultimately ends up in the final package, Pelosi said this week will be up to the president. Last week, President-elect Joe Biden told reporters that stimulus checks of $1,200 may still be in play.
The Democrats actually passed the bill, and if that were true, then if the Republicans really wanted to do it, that's I hear that every time. It's almost like
41 times.
Your opponents don't even have to think about it. They just come out with that and then immediately blame Republicans. So everybody's tired of both sides.
Yeah, let's not blame anybody. Let's simply do the job. Do you realize there's more than 100?
And while some rank-and-file legislators on both sides are pushing for the checks to be added in the next package, there are no guarantees it'll make the final bill. Keep in mind that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has yet to support a proposal that included a second round of checks. But if Congress ultimately included stimulus checks in the economic aid package that they pass, aid could come quickly if the last go-round is any indication. Stimulus checks could be sent out quickly. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin has already said that he could send out stimulus payments within a matter of weeks once a stimulus bill is approved. According to CNBC, if enhanced jobless aid ends, roughly 2/3 of people receiving jobless aid at the end of November are doing so under the two CARES Act programs that will end December 26th. Beginning January 2021, unless Congress acts to pass new stimulus, only workers who traditionally qualify for unemployment benefits can continue to receive aid in the new year. Pandemic unemployment assistance extends benefits to more workers, including freelancers, gig workers, and the self-employed. People receiving aid through pandemic emergency unemployment compensation, which provides an extra 13 weeks of aid to people who've exhausted state benefits, may still be able to roll into their state's EB program if it's offered.
For the last 3 months, more than 40 times we've gone to the floor trying to release that. The election is over. Nancy Pelosi finally admitted that she held it up for that cause. Let's make sure that we put people before politics. And I believe, just like Winston Churchill said, you can count on Americans to do the right thing after they exhausted everything else. I think we're at that point.
With that being said, folks, that is all the news in today's video. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell. My message to our politicians is to pass the stimulus and pass stimulus checks. If you agree, then leave a comment down below saying I agree. Thank you for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day.